Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Automating GPO in an air-gapped security environment can provide several critical benefits. While air-gapping typically isolates systems from external networks, GPO automation can improve efficiency, consistency, and security management even in a restrictive environment. Team Canon crew was tasked with automating GPO customization and deployment based on CIS guidelines at ACITE 2024, and they came out with flying colors. Let's get to know more about their work. So, welcome team, welcome to SIS 2024 celebrations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for having us here today.
So, to begin with, let's get to know something about you all first.
Sure, of course. So my name is Nikhil. I was the team leader of Team Canon crew going into SIH 2024. The problem statement that we had picked up was the optimization and deployment of GPUs based on CIS guidelines for Windows systems. I'm currently in my fourth year of engineering here in Hyderabad. I am pursuing a BTech in computer science and a specialization in artificial intelligence and machine learning.
Okay. And your teammates?
Hi everyone, my name is Srijan Landary. I am as the same batch as Nikhil. So even I come from the same background. I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's and from AIML branch from our college KFC Memorial Institute of Technology from Hyderabad.
Okay, so hello everyone, I'm Rathod from KNIT Hyderabad. I'm most junior in this team. I'm 1 year younger than these people. So all of them are my seniors. So I don't come from an AI background technically. I'm a core computer science guy. And this is something, working with them is totally new experience.
So great knowing you all. So let's begin right with the problem that you addressed. So please explain your problem statement and the gravity of the issue, so that even a commoner can understand.
Of course. So right now on the market, Windows is the most used operating system. If you're in a government office or if you're an IT employee, then there is a very good chance that you're using a Windows machine. However, every single year, Windows rolls out updates that allows you to upgrade your system to the latest version. However, when you upgrade your system, it also comes with a set of vulnerabilities and errors that other, malicious actors like hackers can take use of and hack into your system and steal your private data. As a matter of fact, according to antivirus software Kaspersky, more than 40 million users every single year face some sort of cybersecurity attack where their information is stolen. So there is an organization called the CIS that sets out guidelines every single year that lets you protect your system from these malicious actors. However, these documents are usually very hard to understand. They're usually thousands of pages long, and applying these guidelines is also very technically difficult. So me and my team actually created an automated system that would parse these documents that are released by CIS and apply the best guidelines that will safeguard your system automatically using something called GPOs. So that is the problem that we had solved, and we think that our solution would be able to, help and save a lot of people from cybersecurity attacks in the future.
Yes, indeed, I'm sure it will be able to do that. So for that, let's understand the solution that you came up with. Can you please explain it to us?
Of course. So Kshitij and Srujan actually helped me a lot coming up with a technical idea. So the background that we had come from was we were given a bunch of PDFs that had the guidelines involved, and we actually needed to parse them and understand the best, feasible options and the best feasible guidelines that we could apply. So as for the technical implementation, I'm quite sure Srujan and Kshitij would be able to and would be happy to explain in more detail. So handing it over to you, Srujan.
Sure, Srujan.
Okay, so just to start with, I'll just explain what a GPO is. A GPO is like a remote control for all the computers in the office. So imagine a school or college where the principal owns all classrooms or all the computers in the classrooms to have a same wallpaper or the specific rules setup. And instead of changing each one manually, they use a GPO to apply all rules at once. So this saves us time and ensures every computer follows the same rules automatically. So this is what we try to do. And now I'd like Srujan to explain on what approach we took for this.
Yeah. So as Shritij said, GPOs actually stand for Group Policy Objects. So these are like what Windows offers us like natively, and these are actually used to apply some security policies to our PCs. So in big organizations, there are different departments, right? Like finance, IT team, and etc. HR department, and each department actually needs different kinds of security policies to be applied to their respective systems. So this is what we can achieve using group policy objects. So these might related to different security policies, like the length of password that we set up, and the wallpaper we set up, and the restrictions we apply to different departments. That is what is about the group policy objects.
Okay, so in this arena, a lot of work is anyways being done. So what additional or what extra were you supposed to, achieve out of this?
The main challenging part with GPOs were there was a lot of manual work. Now, as we said, the CIS guidelines would release the PDFs of which is of 1,000 pages. It has a group of rules that we have to apply to the systems. But the IT department had to process these rules all manually and apply these rules to the systems manually for each system, which was a lot of hectic and manual work for the team to do. So this is where we come into the picture, where we build a tool that helps in automating this whole pipeline for the IT team.
So if I ask you about the challenges that you faced while working on this application while you were at the SIH 2024, so what were the main challenges that you come across?
Okay, the real challenge behind the problem statement, I'll explain that. So the real challenge was the problem statement mentioned that most of these systems are to be offline or standalone. So this means they don't have internet or central access to push security updates. So we provided a solution to do this automation on a system which is offline. So this was the main problem of everything. If it was online, we could have done something easier, but being offline or standalone was the main problem.
Okay, so of course that really makes your job difficult. The other thing, the other aspect that you might have dealt with is constantly you must be getting feedback from the different rounds of evaluations and all. So what kind of feedbacks were those? So how are you able to deal with all those feedbacks? You might have to pivot and change your stances many a time. So how did those feedbacks you worked around with?
Yes, so we did get quite a bit of feedback from the judges when we were at SIH. So we were actually building this for an organization called NTRO, which is the National Technical Research Organization, and we had mentors and judges join us for the event as well. And after the first and second rounds, we were actually given very critical feedback about our design plan, and we came to know that most of our approach that we had come up with is actually not heavily optimized. And that was a huge challenge for us. And this was a lot of critical feedback for us. This was around at the 12-hour mark when the judges had come up to us and said, hey, team, you might want to reevaluate your approach because it's not super optimized. And we actually had to buckle down. We had 3 more evaluation rounds after that, and we took the judges' feedback to heart. We did a lot of research, we did a lot of exploration as well. And we are very thankful that the NTRO team that joined us during the event was able to give us the resources we needed to explore and to develop our solution as well. And we are very excited to say that by the end of the 5 rounds of evaluation, the judges were very happy with our solution. They were mostly impressed by the way we took our solution. We took the non-optimized version, turned it around and turned it into something that could actually be deployed in the government office live. So I believe that was the feedback that we had gotten, but we were very happy that we were able to turn it around.
Great that at the last mile you did achieve what you had to. So, but while going into that final presentation, how confident were you?
We were actually very tensed, to be honest, because it was a lot of traveling that we had to do to reach the nodal center, and we were also all at the brink of exhaustion. We had not slept for almost 72 hours during the competition, and the judges were also had very high expectations for us. So we had our fingers crossed when giving the final demo. At that point, we were just praying that the cluster that we had deployed online did not crash, and that all the software that we had deployed was not going to give us any fatal errors. And we were just praying, had our fingers crossed. And when the judges had said, hey, we want to actually try it ourselves, you don't show us the demo, and they were the ones clicking the buttons, we were just with bated breath, we were just waiting. And finally, once the software ran and we got the results, they were actually very happy. And at that point, we finally had a sigh of relief, and oh, thank God this actually worked. So it was a very, I wouldn't say hectic, but it was a very exciting, risk-inducing experience. And we are all very grateful that we were able to go through that.
That's a wonderful story, from a heart in your mouth situation to a situation where you actually went on to be declared winners. Wonderful. Congratulations on that. So now here, my next question would be, what are your takeaways from SIH 2024 and this win of yours?
So SIH 2024 was definitely a roller coaster for us. Most of us are in our final year except for Sritich. He's in the third year of college, so he has another chance. But we really wanted to join this edition of SIH 2024 because it would be our last chance as seniors to also be there. And it taught us a lot. It taught us a lot about business proposition, how you can solve a problem from multiple angles. And I guess as engineers, this is very important to learn in the long run, because we might have brilliant ideas that we can build, but if no one's going to be able to use them, they're not really going to be of use to everyone. No one's really going to buy them. So this taught us a lot about teamwork, about resilience, about market research, how you can build things that are actually useful to people. So I think one of my takeaways from SIH 2024 would be, it taught us how to bring value to people and how people can get value from the technology that they're using. And I think this is a very important lesson SIH teaches people, because it's something most people don't learn until very late in life. So I want to thank the stage that was given to us and the opportunity to learn by the peers, by the Ministry of Education, and of course AICTE as well. So thank you from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of my team as well.
You're most welcome, guys, and I think we are also equally thankful to you for doing so much of hard work and coming out with something very tangible. So before we close this, I would like to get back to your innovation and ask you the kind of impact that you think it can make.
So sorry about that. So the impact that the solution creates is actually quite vast, because there are over, I believe, 200, almost close to 200 million Windows enterprise systems that are in circulation right now. And we hope to impact almost all of those systems using our software. By introducing this autonomous way to implement GPOs, we're going to be saving IT administration departments hours, if not days of time. And this will also reduce the risk of cybersecurity attacks by a lot. As a matter of fact, during the event, we had a one-on-one interaction with the Honorable Prime Minister of our country, Narendra Modi. And he was actually very particular about how cybersecurity attacks happen in the matter of minutes and not hours. And we actually took that advice to heart while we were iterating our solution, and we made sure that we could bring, the span that it would take for these IT departments to implement these changes, not from days to actually minutes, or if not seconds. Because this way we can actually play a very interactive role in protecting our country from foreign threats. At the same time, there are a lot of enterprises and budding startups that would also be facing threats from a lot of malicious actors. And we're hoping to save all of these, identities and a lot of these entities a lot of time, money, and effort through our application. So hopefully these 200 million enterprise systems will be able to take up our software, and they'll be able to, have a safer and a more, a balanced way to upgrade from various software versions. So fingers crossed, we'll be able to make a difference in that way.
Surely, guys, I mean, cyber security or the cyberspace needs a lot of work to be done to make it a secure environment, and the work done by innovators like you will go a long way in making that happen. So thank you so much for coming out with such solutions, and congratulations once again on winning your SIH 2024, and we wish you all the best and very good luck for all your future endeavors. Keep shining.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
While air-gapped networks typically limit external interaction, GPO automation allows internal operations to remain agile and secure while reducing manual workloads. The work of Team Canon crew will go a long way in having a secure cyberspace. Stay tuned for more such innovations.